Right, hello there guys, it's the Northern Gamer here, and today I'm here with Senteps Gaming, also another YouTuber who creates frag movies. His matchmaking rank is Global Elite, and his ESEA rank is C+?
Minus.
C minus, sorry, not C+, C minus. My matchmaking rank used to be Supreme. I used to be a Supreme player, but I'm now actually stuck at MGE. Basically what we're going to do is today, for the first episode, we're going to review one of Senteps Gaming's demos. It's sort of a new series that we're starting. He's helping me out because he's a higher rank than I am. He's the highest rank he can be. Obviously I'm only NG, so he's going to give a little bit more information about what you can do to improve and everything else. So just to make it clear that we're not doing it as a piss take, we're not here to take the piss out of lower ranks to have a laugh about him or anything like that. We're going to do one of his games first and point out what he can improve on and the things he got wrong in this video.
Choosing to do my demo first, just to make sure that you guys realise that we're taking this seriously. Like, everyone makes mistakes, so pointing out mistakes at the highest level is always a good way to start. And then it also helps you to improve your gameplay, hopefully, for the near future.
If you guys want to do one of your demos, or me and Semtex cover one of your demos and show you or tell you how you can improve, what might you be doing wrong, how you lost a round, then I'll leave my email in the description. Feel free to send it to me along with your username, so I can find out which player you are, and then we'll review yours and it'll be uploaded. It'll probably be about 1 or 2 episodes a week at this rate, possibly a little bit slower, possibly a little bit more, I'm not too sure yet. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to press resume, and we're going to do a short little recap at the end of each round without pausing, just in the little start of the round right there. And yeah, we'll review it as we go along. So as you can see, he's done a good...
I saw someone, I didn't want to take the challenge because I didn't know how many were there, so I fought back. Now I'm taking the challenge because it's at my advantage. I've got a long range USP versus Glocks.
Yep, one of the good things is also if you peek somewhere like Mirage on mid, or anywhere with a long distance or short distance, like somewhere where you're pushing up on long, you peek once to get the info, and if there's someone there, do not second peek that.
Right now I was just changing my angle just to make sure that they can't peek and pre-fire me. That's a very common spot I was holding before. As you can see now on the map that the bomb is actually at A.
And I'm guessing you've had a call by your team there if you remember this game.
At this point we've had a call by my teammate, he's got 2 kills already, and we realised that I don't think I get the last kill, no.
No, but as you can see, the works of the team, calls are very, very needed. Well, I don't know if that's the correct term to put it, or the way you'd word it, but they're needed in games, even if it's a silver game. Strats aren't really used down at that rank, but the calls are still needed, so you know who is where's the bomb, you know, and things like that. I also think, just as a little tip to help out, in the higher games they do this, but in the lower ranks I've realised they don't. If you play somewhere, it's always best to stick to that position unless you call it and somebody agrees to switch. In the lower ranked games, a lot of people switch without saying anything, and it really does damage to the team because you're not sure where you're holding, or too many people end up holding something that's easy to hold, etc.
So what I want to call it down here, bomb is down mid, but I'm choosing not to rotate just yet because if one comes down drop, he's got an easy flank. So I'm still holding drop just in case one decides to flank.
Yeah, it's a 3-on-2 anyway, so it's...
There's already 2 on site. This is where I do something stupid. It works out at the end.
Yeah, pushing through smoke like that can be quite risky.
3 on 2, I thought that I was better off just trying to get the kills, quicken it out. They won't expect such a fast play from myself. That was my thinking in that situation. It could have been smart, could have been stupid. Where it worked out, it was sort of a high risk, high reward play, because that brought it down into a 1 versus 3 after I got that kill.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you do things like that. Sometimes it can pay off, but from my personal experience, maybe not Semtex's, but mine, majority of the time it doesn't work as well as that. But as you can see, even though Semtex now's got an AWP, the person who had the AWP before, which I believe was number 4, I don't know how to say his name, but I believe he was AWPing before, he hasn't bought one. Like I said, only 1 or 2 AWP at a time.
That was a bad play by me. I shouldn't have peeked that. There's several angles. Like if you didn't see him in that, he was actually boosted on the wooden bit at the back of long, and he could see over the smoke, which is how he killed me. I wasn't expecting that. I shouldn't have peeked in the first place. I should have just held either chicken coop or sight. Alright, so this is technically a bad play from me, right? I didn't know where the last two were at this point, and if they both of them had gone down drop, that would have been, I would have been dead, and they would have had B side completely. I buy a scout, which is a bad play, but only purely because I'm gonna buy UMP the next round on the buy round, but only because I'm pretty sure I can kill this guy, because he peeks like an idiot. So just a nice easy shot, because he had an M4. It was a long range. I had a scoped weapon. It would have taken him a time to adjust to my position, so I knew I had the time to aim for his head and take the shot, which obviously leaves it at 5 versus 4 now. We've got numbers. I've only got a now I don't. I've only got a scout. My other teammate has a Mag 7. One of the other team has a M4 and a Tech 9, and the other one has a UMP and a Tech 9. Both have armor and kits.
So then, just again, what we spoke about the gathering the info. If you gather the info like he just did with the guy at SWAT, he knows one there, and he also knows when he's on site from his teammates who died before. That leaves B open, and they know, or now know, the CTs have to rotate. The quickest way for the CT to rotate would be drop where he is now, or the door, so that's why they're both looking in that direction. And then the moment his teammate sees him, they know where he is, they've got his location, 2-on-1, should be an easy win.
Alright, so where there was a smoke there, I was just spamming through it with no scope, you know, to try and get a kill.
Yeah, so it's good there, even though Semtex's, the rest of the T's had actually pushed into mid, as you could see even, Semtex was still holding the thing from long in case a CT pushed through and tried to come behind. His teammates could easily go up through the connector stairs to long and get behind them. And there were 3 of them, so if a CT had pushed down, I'm pretty sure there was a T watching it as well.
I have enough money to buy, but not all my teammates do, so we decide we're going to go for a light buy. I just buy a deagle, nothing else. I might buy a flashbang, I can't remember. No, I don't even buy a flashbang. We just decide we're just going to try and get some frags, just try and get our money up a little bit, maybe get the bomb down, and then just hope for the best.
So as you can see, aim does help.
Yeah, that's why
A lot.
I buy the deagle on purpose for reasons like this. That was 3-1 deags, I just got...
Yeah, it's always good to have moments like that. And so, even though the terrorists were winning 15-6, they sort of ecoed it and didn't try and push for the 16th round. They're taking the time with it because they know they can get that round, but they just needed a buy. There's no rush to end the game. As you can see, you got a 4K, all 1 deags, and that's the end of the game. Just to remind you all, the email's in the description. Send me a demo and your username so I know who to watch, and I'll do a review for you guys. Or me and Semtex will do a review for you guys.
If you're having a good game, and let's say there's one round you do something in particular, and you just want to know what went wrong in this round, you just want to know what they did that outplayed you, how they outplayed you, how you didn't perform right. If it's something like that you want to do, then if you could send us the demo tick in which the round starts, would be very appreciated, or just give us the round, like the score, so we can skip to that, and we could also just help you out with that round if that's all you want.
So positives. Do you want to start naming some positives?
Well, our comms in that match. Our comms in that match helped so much that it basically won us the game because we knew where they were as soon as they peaked. When they came, there were several rounds that they flanked, and we knew they were flanking instantly.
For game sense, as far as that goes, I put that on the positives as well for you. Sort of knowing when to push sometimes. Also, we've mentioned that's also one of your bad points. But knowing when to push, where your teammates are at all times. And then sort of that loops back into communication of sort of telling where teammates are and things. Also another positive, which will probably be the last positive before moving to the negatives, is the angled holds. The knowledge of knowing what angles to hold, the knowledge of... It kind of loops back into the game sense kind of thing, but it's different because... Yeah, he knows where exactly the CTs will push up to before they meet with the terrorists. So you need to know, which Semtex does know, which is why it's on the good points, is which angles to hold, whereabouts the CT's pushing, how high their head will be on the crouching position and the standing position. What do you reckon is one of the negatives?
Which was the aggressive playstyle.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a negative and a positive, so that obviously accounts for both. I would say one of my negatives was probably not using my nades in situations where I could have done. There are a lot of situations where we had money to buy nades that I chose not to buy. I didn't use the nades properly. I didn't delay them. Sometimes I would molly and then straight away smoke after that when I was holding drop. That's not necessarily a good thing. I could molly it, then wait, and then use the smoke to delay the push to run down the time a bit more. Because as a counter-terrorist, obviously, if the time runs out, you win. So, obviously, you want to delay their push as long as possible. So, that's a lot of things I could have done.
I'm going to put this on the negative list anyway. I think there was on the one round I saw it, but you did do an explanation for it, but I just want it on there so people are aware of it. Is late rotating. I think that's a bad thing. Wait, remember when you said you were holding drop and it was because you already had 2 on site, etc.?
Yep.
It's definitely positive. However, just to make everyone aware, it can also be a negative because if you wait too long, for example, for the rotate, those T's could have pushed up and been on site planting before you'd actually got to the door to watch mid or long, and they'd have already passed. And like it loops back into communication. If you haven't got that communication with your team, you won't be any of the wiser as to whether they're on site, whether they're still holding mid and long, or everything else. So that's going to go on the negative list, as it can also be a bad thing, and you need to have the right timings for that. So in overall, you can see on the screen now the positives, the negatives. So that's basically what we've come to conclude from this sort of review kind of thing. I think Semtex, are you quite happy with what's been said?
Yeah. There's just one more thing I'd like to say. Obviously, right now we're a bit new to this. This is our first episode. So come on, cut us some slack, guys.
Yeah, no comments, please.
If anyone here who's watching who's a higher rank than me, or just a high rank in general, who has anything to disagree or agree with, I would appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, please comment.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no need to be a dick about it.
Yeah.
But
we just want feedback. Whether it's even negative feedback would help. Just something that would sort of help. Sort of like.
Either way, we're trying to do this to help the lower ranks improve, or maybe the higher ranks improve. If they know they've got a certain problem, maybe we can tell them how to improve on it, because it's not a problem that we've got. But any feedback, like I said, good or bad, it would still be appreciated, because we know what not to do in future videos, or what to do better in future videos, or what to bring into future videos. So yeah, any feedback's appreciated. Just don't be a dick about it. In common sense, there's no need to fucking get a high rate about something, or saying you don't even know what you're talking about. Well, if that's your opinion, fine. But instead of that, we'd appreciate sort of the feedback being in a positive manner, so to speak, even if it's negative, just letting us know.
Yeah, well, if you liked the video, we would appreciate the likes. If you dislike the video, go ahead and dislike, but we would also like a comment to know why, because obviously, like I said, this can help us improve in future videos.
Yep. Also, Semtex's channel, he makes frag movies. It's in the description, so if you want to check them out, because I'm not sure if you're going to upload the reviews to your YouTube or not, or if you want to start doing them on yours, but he's making frag movies now, which are absolutely brilliant. I want
to do more types of videos, so if you guys want to see any more types of videos from me, just sort of go on my latest video, just comment, or any of my videos.
Yep.
Just comment what sort of video you want to see, and then I'll make one.
Yep, so feedback is appreciated, guys. My email's in the description. Please send it in. Send a demo link or the downloaded demo through to my email, and also your username, so we know who you are, and if it's a round or a certain tick you want us to go to, or any certain aspect or part of the game you want us to watch and tell you what happened, or tell you what you could do better, or tell you what you did good so you know to do it again, then just let me know in the emails, and we will sort that for you. If you send in let's say an email and a demo in asking what you did wrong, and we watch it, and let's say we can't see anything wrong with it, and there's no video on it, it's not that we've ignored it, it's just because there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to try to do them as soon as possible, and obviously depending how many emails and demos come in, it might take a little bit of time, but I will keep updating in every video I do on sort of what's going on and how long it'll possibly take waiting time. So everything's in the description for you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to comment the feedback if you didn't. Even if you did, then please do. And I shall see you guys in episode 2.